Welcome to this tutorial on standard delegates in Kotlin. The Kotlin Standard Library provides 3 powerful built-in property delegates that help you manage property behavior without writing repetitive code. These are lazy, observable, and vetoable. Each serves a unique purpose and solves common programming challenges elegantly. The lazy delegate defers property initialization until the first time it's accessed. This is particularly useful for expensive operations that you want to delay. The property is initialized only once when you first access it, and the computed value is cached for all subsequent accesses. By default, lazy is thread-safe, meaning it can be safely used in multi-threaded environments without additional synchronization. Here's a practical example of the lazy delegate. We have a database connection class with a data property. Notice the by lazy syntax followed by a lambda block. Inside this block, we print a message and call load from database. The key point is that this initialization code runs only once, the first time someone accesses the data property. If data is never accessed, the expensive database operation never happens, saving resources. The lazy delegate supports 3 thread safety modes. Synchronized is the default mode and provides full thread safety using locks. Publication mode allows multiple threads to initialize the value simultaneously, but only the first result is used. None provides no thread safety and should only be used when you're certain the property will be accessed from a single thread. You can specify the mode as the first parameter to the lazy function. The observable delegate lets you observe changes to a property and execute custom code whenever the property value changes. The handler function is invoked after each property assignment. It receives 3 parameters: the property itself, the old value, and the new value. This is perfect for scenarios like logging, triggering notifications, or updating user interfaces when data changes. In this example, we have a user class with a name property delegated to Observable. The initial value is set to anonymous. The lambda receives property, old value, and new value as parameters. Inside the lambda, we print a message showing the old and new values. When we create a user and set the name to Alice, the observable handler fires automatically, printing name changed, anonymous to Alice to the console. The vetoable delegate is similar to observable, but with one crucial difference. It can reject property changes. The handler runs before the property is updated and returns a Boolean value. If the handler returns true, the change is accepted and the property updates. If it returns false, the change is rejected and the property retains its old value. This is extremely useful for implementing validation logic directly in your property declarations. Here's a practical example using vetoable for an account class. The balance property starts at 0 and is delegated to vetoable. The lambda checks if the new value is greater than or equal to 0. When we set balance to 100, the condition is true, so the change is accepted. However, when we try to set it to -50, the condition fails, the change is rejected, and the balance remains at 100. This prevents invalid negative balances without needing separate validation methods.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.